The National People's Party tries to attempt to strengthen its roots in Nagaland. While attending a press conference in Dimapur, National General Secretary of NPP, Muchu Miti, says the main agenda is to unite and strengthen the party and work together for development of the state. At the backdrop of the indefinite agitation initiated by All Nagaland PWD Field Workers Association, the engineer-in-chief of PWD Nagaland, Engineer Limanaro, issues a letter to the ANPWDFA stating that the department had a discussion with the Secretary Government of Nagaland. Awareness campaign come Cleanliness Drive in Burma Camp, Dimapur, under the theme Ecosystem Restoration, Join Hands to Save Environment. The Cleanliness Drive initiated by environmentalist Ronika Miachio. A new twist of events, Assoudin Owaisi, MP and Chief of the All India Majlis Ittihadul Muslimin, rejects Z security after being provided with a Z category security cover following attack on his convoy on Thursday. Union Health Ministry on Friday asked National Board of Examination to postpone NEET PG 2022 by 6 to 8 weeks as it clashes with the NEET PG 2021 counselling. The development comes after a plea was filed by MBBS graduates in Supreme Court seeking postponement of the examination. Good evening, viewers of Nagaland TV. I'm Rinki Gogoi and you're watching Nltv Primetime News. For more updates, let us see the news in details. Prior to Manipur Assembly Elections 2022, Muchu Miti, National General Secretary of NPP and member of the Arunachal Pradesh Legislative Assembly, attended a press conference with NPP President Dr. Andrew Ahoto and his party colleagues at the party office, Dimapur. Notably, Manipur Assembly Elections 2022 is set to begin on 27 February and end on March 10. During his address at the press conference, Miti talked about the merciless killings of innocent civilians in December 4 Tingtiru by 21 para-security forces. He further stated that the main agenda of NPP is to strengthen and unite the northeastern states under one motive, that is to remove AFSPA from all Northeast. He also said that NPP aims to bring transparency in all sectors of governance in Northeast. Meanwhile, Dr. Andrew Ahoto also talked about the transformation and reformation of Northeast by working together to bring development in all the sectors.
We have been fighting for the repeal of AFSPA, Armed Forces Special Powers Act, which recent incident you have seen in the state of Nagaland, what transpired in Mon district. We are fighting against the repeal of AFSPA even in Manipur. We are fighting against the repeal of AFSPA even in Arunachal, 3 districts which has AFSPA, the law is prevalent there. So, giving you that example, you can easily see we are fighting for the pan-Northeast people, their aspirations. We are fighting for them. Then this is our agenda. This is how we want to take things forward. Nagaland fighting alone, sometimes it doesn't work. You need the strength of other states also to achieve certain goals. And that is our agenda. That is the biggest agenda of National People's Party. Your other questions were related to money culture. 2 of the states in the Northeast spends the biggest money in elections. Whichever is number 1 or number 2, but these 2 states are Nagaland and Arunachal Pradesh. It is known to all the political parties, it is known to all leaders what kind of money culture prevails during the election process. Now, where does that money come from? This is not any rocket science. The money comes from the coffers of the government.
Thank you, the press fraternity, for coming today. And I'm very grateful that Sir Muchu Miti also has come all the way to visit us prior to the Manipur, the 27th, the election. And I'm very grateful to Conrad sir and James also for sending sir to strengthen the party of NPP in Nagaland. And sir is going to Manipur after this to again go and assess this top situation in Manipur. So we are here, the NPP is here for a transformation and reformation. We are here pro-secular, pro-youth, pro-development, and pro-whatever you name positive side. That vibe we are here. And we have grown from strength to strength, I would say that. That's why we are the only regional party which has become a national party. We walk the talk, I will say that, NPP. We walk the talk, and we are here for development, and we are here for the unity of one Northeast, one voice. Our slogan is that, one voice, one Northeast. And we will also support the regional party across the Northeast. Our dream is that one day, all the regional party come together, the 24 MPs, and form one cluster head, so that we can also demand whatever we have, the aspiration that the development of Northeast can become. So we have that kind of a thing, like when the Northeast can come together as one family, then we can demand a lot of things for development of the Northeast. It's far bygone days that we have been underdeveloped. We have not been seeing the rays of hope, but we see that under the banner of NPP, we see that tomorrow there will be surely a hope, and we are going to bring a transformation. We can see the work that has been done in Arunachal, we can see the work done in Manipur, and also in Manipur, where Nagaland, Manipur, it's immense, you know. And I wish that one day Nagaland also will transform, reform for the glory of everybody, not for one selfish individual, but for everybody. That's what we look at NPP.
We have been fighting for the repeal of AFSPA.
Deputy Chief Minister Y. Patton on Friday took down to Twitter to spread awareness on the occasion of World Cancer Day. Patton said, "Let us reaffirm our commitment to ensure early detection of cancer, access to life-saving services, and raise awareness about it." He further mentioned that everyone must work together to dispel myths and make the world a better place. Notably, World Cancer Day is observed on February 4 every year to raise awareness of cancer and to encourage its prevention, detection, and treatment. A green awareness campaign cum Cleanliness Drive was held in Burma Camp, Block 5, Dimapur on Friday under the theme Ecosystem Restoration and Join Hands to Save Environment. The Cleanliness Drive started at around 10 a.m. and was initiated by environmentalist Ronika Miachiao. Notably, the drive was conducted in dumping spots of Powerhouse Colony Roadside, Namgalong Colony Roadside, and Electrical Powerhouse Office Subdivision 2. It is to be mentioned that Dimapur Deputy Commissioner Rajesh Sondrarajan, MLA H. Tovihoto Ayemi, graced the campaign as the guest of honor. Furthermore, Urban Development Advisor Nikisale Kire graced as a special guest, while Administrator Dimapur Municipal Council Albert Izang graced as the special invitee. Meanwhile, the speaker of the program, while addressing the gathering, emphasized on keeping the city, village, or colony clean. At the backdrop of the indefinite agitation initiated by the All Nagaland PWD Field Workers Association, the Engineer-in-Chief of PWD Nagaland, Limanaro, issued a letter to the ANPWD-FWA stating that the department had a discussion with the Secretary Government of Nagaland Works and Housing Department regarding the completion of the work charge verification reports, and the Nagaland government has conveyed that the scrutiny process will be completed by February 14, 2022. The chief engineer also requested the people to call off the agitation program and cooperate with the government. Chief Minister Nipirio met Zentizung Tirshana Iyer from Dimapur, who took charge as the first ever Students Advisor of Task Force of Music and Arts on Friday. CM Rio, taking down to Twitter, expressed his happiness over meeting her and said that I hope she has an enriching and memorable experience. He also expressed his best wishes to TAFMA as it takes action on its vision to nurture the young and inspire the next generation of talents. Notably, the 8-year-old is a musician hailing from Dimapur. Pazzo Cultural Club celebrated its 17th Foundation Day on Friday at Pazzo, Kengdio under Noklak district. Notably, Pazzo Cultural Club grandly welcomed chief guest SP Pritpal by displaying their cultural dance. While the program was held at Mutu S, the program started with an invocation by Pastor Baptist Church, Pazzo. Furthermore, the chief guest in her speech shared her life testimony of how much she struggled to reach the position she stands today as an IPS. She encouraged the students, youth and people of Pazzo that no one should be determined to achieve anything in life, and she also encouraged them to stay consistent with their skills and talents that they are good at and never to forget one's culture.
अजी शिक्षा प्रकरण को आज चसा लंगशका चोचिन थ्योतो थ्यूमे ईमानदारी शिकी जी अजी अपने खान करने तो बोली भी अजी अपने खान मुखान के मात्या करने बिशी दंगोर थैंक्स थ्यूमे को बोले बिशी मोन मुखान ये ते प्रोग्राम ते ना आहा आगे ते चकली चेयरपर्सन चेयरमैन कल्चर क्लब लगा प्रेसिडेंट ताई खान मुखान के कॉल करूशे तो मुखान होती था कि कल्चर क्लब ते तो मात्या तो मुखान के तो चीफ गेस्ट के लिए मात्या आसे ना तो ताइखान को तो मैम इतना बिशी दंगोर सिग्निफिकेंस आसे मुखान की त्या बाबी खिमनियोंगन जात तो खाउसाउ से सेलिब्रेट करिले मुखान मोरुंग ते भी मोता खानी मिली ना भात खाबो मुदु शेयर करिबो किस्म किस्म डांस करिबो हुली भी माइकी खान तो भीतर एंटर हो बोले ना दे तो अजी तो इतु लगा उलग कोथा चेंज करी दिबो ना कि इतु करने ही अपनी के माते आसे तो इतु तो ताइखान लगा कोथा और ताइखान ला कोथा होनी की ना मुखान भी बिशी खुशी और मैं भाभी था कि ईश्वर भी मुखान के की हुकुम दी की ना आसे ना इतु हिसाब ते तो इकता मुखान स्पीच ना शुरू करा आगे ते ईश्वर लगा कोथा मुखान की बाइबल तो की कोई की ना आसे इतु माखान करने तो मुखान ईश्वर ते तो बाइबल ते तो वर्स को तो प्रोवर्ब Chapter number 11, verse number 16. She opens her mouth with the wisdom, and the teachings of kindness is on her tongue. Nagami se to tai nijor laga mukh khulile to tai bhal kotha kobo. Tai laga jibha upar de to hodai bhal काम करने को था ही थकीबो. इतु ईश्वर मोखान के जनाई दिया मोखान के शिखाई दिया ऐसे. मोखान अजी सब दुनिया दे दोंगोर कीमन दोंगोर राजा होले भी प्राइम मिनिस्टर चीफ मिनिस्टर गवर्नर प्रेसिडेंट चेयरमैन ईश्वर जीसस होले भी मोखान आहा तो मदर मेरी लगा पेट प्राही ऐशे तो माँ लगा पेट प्राभी ऐशे तो इतु करने मोखान के अजी मोखान लगा 500 लगा चेयरमैन और कल्चर क्लब लगा प्रेसिडेंट के तो बिशी दंगोर थैंक्स अजी अपनी खानी तो ग्लास सीलिंग तो ब्रेक पूरी दिया निशना कि माँ खान भी सब पूर्वो परे कुआ करने मुखान अजी यते मात्या करने तो अजी मुखान तो निचोड़ लगा ही तक कोथा को वो हो खिमनियोंगन जात तो किनिका किमन तक आगे होइशे इतु तो कोथा मुखान लगा साथ साथ आहिबो परे होली भी मोय लगा निचोड़ कोथा भी को बोले मोन.
A free health checkup drive was conducted by Pazzo under Noklak district on Friday. Notably, during the drive, free medicines were provided to the people while ICTC and hemoglobin tests were also done. It is to be mentioned that around 100 patients registered during the health checkup drive. Manipur Chief Minister Biren Singh has slammed Congress leader Rahul Gandhi over his remarks about a Manipuri delegation being asked to remove their shoes before entering Amit Shah's house. On Wednesday, during the motion of thanks to President's address in a Lok Sabha, Rahul Gandhi claimed that a Manipuri delegation were insulted by the Home Minister as they were asked to take off their shoes outside before entering. But after entering the house, they found Home Minister in his chappals. After Rahul Gandhi made this remark, there was a massive face-off in the parliament. Responding to Rahul Gandhi's remark, Chief Minister Biren Singh said that it is in Manipuri culture to remove shoes while entering somebody's house. He further informed Rahul Gandhi to take note of some Manipuri cultures before speaking about Manipur. Meanwhile, Manipur Minister T. Biswajit Singh also criticized Rahul Gandhi by asking him to stop misleading the nation. Asaruddin Owaisi, MP and Chief of the All India Majlis-e-Ittehadul Muslim, rejected Z security at the Lok Sabha after being provided with a Z category security cover on Friday. Notably, he was provided top-tier security a day after gunshots being fired at his car while returning to Delhi after campaigning in Uttar Pradesh Meerut. The government decided to provide him with Z category security by the Central Reserve Police Force after reviewing the threat level in the light of Thursday's attack. 2 people have been arrested for firing at his convoy at Meerut's Kitodi area. It is to be mentioned that one of the accused is identified as Sachin, a resident of Noida who has an earlier attempt to murder case against him, while the other accused has been identified as Shubham, a farmer from Saharanpur who does not have a criminal record. Furthermore, the police recovered country-made pistols from them, which they had recently purchased, and meanwhile the police are now looking for the people they bought the firearms from. The accused will now be presented in court and police would seek their custody. The National Eligibility Cum Entrance Test Postgraduate 2022 has been postponed by 6 to 8 weeks. The development comes after a plea was filed by MBBS graduates in the Supreme Court. Seeking postponement of the examination, in the plea, the students say that if the exam was held on March 12, many MBBS graduates will not be able to take the exam, as it would fall in the midst of their mandatory internship period. The ministry in its notice said that, keeping the facts in view, Union Health Ministry has taken the decision to postpone NEET PG 2022 by 6 to 8 weeks on or suitably. Congress Dravid Munetra Kazhagam and Trinamool Congress, among other opposition party leaders, staged a walkout from the Rajya Sabha on Friday, protesting against the Tamil Nadu Governor R.N. Ravi's decision to return the NEET exemption bill and demanded him to recall the decision. DMK members during the 0 hour said that the NEET exemption bill was unanimously passed by the Tamil Nadu Assembly and the action of the governor was against the will of the people of the state. Leader of opposition in Rajya Sabha Mallikarjun Kharge raised issue by requesting the chairman to allow members to put forth their issue, but the chairman did not allow, to which Kharge announced to walk out. Congress, DMK and TMC members, along with the others in the opposition parties, walked out of the house. Punjab Chief Minister Charanjit Singh Channi's nephew Bhupinder Singh alias Honey was arrested by the Enforcement Directorate on Friday, weeks after raiding his house and offices in connection with money laundering allegations linked to a 2018 illegal sand mining case. Bhupinder Singh's arrest comes around 2 weeks before Punjab votes in assembly elections on February 2022. The ED had reportedly seized rupees 10 crores cash during raids conducted on January 19 in anti-money laundering investigation against illegal sand mining operations in Punjab. The seizure reportedly included rupees 8 crore from the premises linked to Bhupinder Singh. The Chief Minister also hit out at the BJP for trying to exact revenge from over the return of the Prime Minister Narendra Modi without attending a scheduled event and addressing a rally during his visit to Ferozepur earlier in January. Channi also dubbed the ED raids as vendetta politics and claimed that his nephew was not even booked in the case. Uttar Pradesh tableau has been adjudged as the best tableau in the year's Republic Day parade and was awarded by the Union Minister Kiren Rijiju on Thursday. Notably, in total 32 tableaus, including 17 from state and union territories, 9 from union ministries, departments and parliamentary forces, paramilitary forces, and 6 from the Defence Ministry took part in this year's parade on Rajpath. The theme of Uttar Pradesh tableau was Ayodhya, Cultural Heritage of Uttar Pradesh. The tableau of Tripura was adjudged the second best tableau, while Uttarakhand's tableau on the theme Dev Bhumi, the land of gods, was adjudged third. Meanwhile, Maharashtra won in the popular choice category. Also, CISF was named the best marching contingent among CAPF. Congress leader and MP Rahul Gandhi is on a day-long visit to Goa on Friday. Notably, Rahul Gandhi conducted a door-to-door campaign at Sada, Mormugao, and then addressed a meeting with candidates at the International Center, Dona Paula. Furthermore, Gandhi also held a meeting with the representatives of tourism, sheikh owners, and CII representatives in Dona Paula, while in the evening at around 4 p.m. he attended Nirdhar virtual rally at Sankhali Municipal Ground, Sankhali, Senkulam. It is to be mentioned that Goa will go to the assembly polls on February 14. The counting of votes will take place on March 10, as per an official statement from Amarnath Panjikar, chairman of Goa Pradesh Congress Committee Media Department. Rahul Gandhi was earlier scheduled to visit on February 2, which was postponed to February 4, as he had parliamentary commitments, and also his visit to Raipur on February 3 for Bhumi Pujan of the memorial in honor of martyrs. At least 6 workers were killed and several more were injured after a portion of an under-construction building collapsed on dam in Pune's Yerwada area late Thursday. According to police officials, the tragedy occurred sometime around 11 p.m. when the building slab of a mall under construction came crashing down, killing 6 laborers and trapping 5 or 6 more. The police also stated that the death toll is expected to rise. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also took to Twitter to express condolences over the death of workers. Pune police on Friday registered an FIR against a contractor and detained 3 people in connection with the death of 5 laborers on Thursday. The commissioner said that an order has been issued to set up a committee led by a senior officer to investigate the incident. Primary investigations suggest that the incident happened due to lack of precautionary measures at the site. 5 people died on the spot, 2 were critically injured and 3 suffered minor injuries. The Tibetan Youth Congress on Friday staged a protest at Teen Murti Marg Chowk against Beijing Winter Olympics and violation of human rights in Tibet and in other parts of China. The TYC demanded International Olympic Committee to ban the present Beijing Winter Olympics owing to the ongoing human rights violation in China. The TYC also protested against China's People's Liberation Army's regimental commander who had suffered severe injuries during the Galwan clash and became the torch bearer at the Beijing 2022 Olympics torch relay on Wednesday. Further, the TYC members carried placards written "No Beijing 2022." On account of the protest, it also welcomed the US and other democratic countries which decided to diplomatically boycott Beijing's Winter Olympics. Furthermore, during the protest, TYC reaffirmed their patriotic spirit towards India and represented the cause of Tibetans in international forums.
चाइनीज से भारत की सेना को मारे डाले वही चाइनीज सोल्जर को आज उन्होंने टॉर्च बेरर बना दिया है। हम एक भारतीय होने के नाते, हम तिब्बती होने के नाते हमें गुस्सा है। We are angry that Chinese government has made the Galwan Ghati murder into a torch bearer today. This, as Tibetans, as Indians, we have heard. They have insulted the Indian nationalism, they have insulted the nation. This is why we are raising this protest again.
Uttarakhand Police and State Disaster Management Authority on Friday ramped up rescue and relief operations after heavy rainfall and snowfall battered parts of Uttarakhand. The official information received from SDRF informed that as many as 6 people who were trapped due to snowfall in the Diwalikal area of Chamoli district were rescued by a team of SDRF. As many as 2 people were trapped below Trigjugi Narayan Temple, and SDRF team immediately rescued and shifted them to a safe place. Furthermore, rescue and relief operations at various places are underway. Scientists have discovered a new variant of HIV called VB variant that have been circulating in the Netherlands since 1990s. The finding was published on February 3 and suggested that the virus is more infectious and damaging to health. The new HIV variant has been discovered in 109 peoples across Europe and Uganda. The new variant called VB was first found in the Netherlands as part of a study that collects samples. The new analysis of over 100 infected people suggests that VB variant boosts the number of viral particles in a person's blood and makes them more likely to transmit the virus. In a new era in Indian cricket is upon as India are in line to set a huge record in the ODI format as Men in Blue will be playing their 1000th ODI match on Sunday. India is set to take on West Indies in the upcoming 3-match ODI series, and Team India will become the first team in cricket history to achieve the feat. India has played 999 ODI matches so far, of which they have a total of 518 wins and 431 losses, with a win percentage of 54.54. In the list of most ODIs played, India stands at the top with 999 currently, followed by Australia, who have played 958 games. Pakistan is the only other team to have played more than 900 games, with 936 ODI under their belt. The series consists of 3 ODIs, all to be played at the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad, followed by a 3-match T21 series at the Eden Gardens in Kolkata. President of the Board of Control for Cricket in India, BCCI Rahul Gandhi, confirmed on Thursday that a 2-match test series between India and Sri Lanka will have a pink ball test to be played in Bengaluru. After the white ball series against the West Indies concludes in Kolkata on February 20, India will host Sri Lanka for 3 T20s and 2-match tests scheduled for late February and early March. BCCI President Ganguly said that pink ball test will be happening in Bengaluru, but the board have not decided on all the venues for the Sri Lanka series yet, but it will be announced shortly. It will be just the 3rd time India will host a pink ball test after playing against Bangladesh in November 2019, followed by facing England in February 2021. India-UK UN consultations were held here on Thursday, both sides agreeing to work closely together across multilateral platforms and looking forward to deepening cooperation in the framework of the Commonwealth. In particular, leading up the Commonwealth Heads of Government Meeting Summit in June 2022. The Ministry of External Affairs stated that the consultations was held in New Delhi at a joint secretary level. Both sides briefed each other on their respective priorities in the UN Security Council. The discussions focused on issues related to the UNSC agenda, in particular counter-terrorism, peacekeeping, working methods of UNSC sanctions committees, and UNSC reforms. Both sides also exchanged views on current regional and global developments. The government announced on Thursday that Indian mission in Beijing will not participate in the opening and closing ceremonies of the Winter Olympics. Top US lawmakers on Thursday applauded India for the diplomatic boycott of the Winter Olympics in Beijing after China picked a PLA soldier who was part of the military command that attacked Indian soldiers in the Galwan Valley in 2020 as the torchbearer for the event. U.S. Senator Jim Risch, a ranking member of the U.S. Senate Foreign Relations Committee, described China's decision to choose the PLA soldier as a torchbearer as shameful. He said that the U.S. will continue to support Uyghur freedoms and the sovereignty of India. A vessel with a storage capacity of 2 million barrels of oil exploded off the coast of southern Nigeria's Delta state, raising fears of an environmental disaster and concerns about the fate of its crew. Sheba Exploration and Production Company Limited said that the flames engulfed the Trinity Spirit on Thursday. The vessel was located at the Akpok Kitty terminal along the coast of the oil-rich Niger Delta region. 2 boats were sent out to the vessel but could not find anyone. There are no reported fatalities, but it has been confirmed that there were 10 crewmen on the board the vessel prior to the incident. Investigation is underway to determine the cause of the accident, and the company is working to contain the situation. Thank you, viewers. That's all for NLTV Primetime News. I'm Rinki Gogoi signing off, and for more updates, keep watching NLTV Samanu Lagawas.
Nagaland TV, Sop Manulaga Awas. Watch us live on Geo TV and on your television sets as well. For Dimapur viewers, we are on channel number 10 in Global Chapter, and for Kohima and Mokokchung viewers, switch to channel number 138 on Hornbill Digital. For all news and updates.